Mike Citera, ladies and gentlemen, is a stand-up comic, very funny guy. He has been running his own show. I know, but yet we've made peace with one another. He runs his own show in North Hollywood every Monday night, correct? Once a month. So that would be, but the next one is coming up, is it not? When is your next show? You guys. So if you like this guy, no pressure. If you don't ever have to see him again. But if you do like him, you'll have an opportunity to see him again tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big, warm Trailer Trash welcome to Mike Citera. Welcome, Mike.
Keep it going for Dawn. Dawn's running a killer show. This is amazing. Guys, give it up for Dawn. Yes. How are we feeling? Are we doing good? Are we having a good night? Yeah. Heck yeah. I haven't had a day off from my works in like a while, but 2 days ago, they gave me a day off, and I didn't know what to do. Have you guys ever been in the position where you work so hard you don't know what to do with the day off? I had the day off last Wednesday. I forgot what days off were like. I didn't know how to handle it. I just got really high and spent 5 hours at Denny's. That's a cry for help. I lost $76 playing the claw machine. That was my day off. It's like the same amount I make at Universal. That's crazy. I didn't know what to do. In my defense, a dog had a bow tie, and I wanted to win him. Claw machines used to be my favorite toy when I was a kid. You guys remember claw machines growing up? Like, you're like, Mom, give me all your money. This claw machine has assembled an all-star lineup of all the best toys in America. Then you grow up and you realize these claw machines suck. Those are the toys nobody bought in stores. So they got dumped in a Dave & Buster's in Valencia, hoping nobody would notice. I notice. It's always the movie mistake toys that were never meant to exist. My friend's like, Mike, you gotta go for the Native American Ghostbuster. No, that's not a race from the film. And that's not even somebody who was in the female film. That's not something from Ghostbusters. He's like, you gotta go for Captain Hook with hands. That toy contradicts itself. I don't want to win some weird prequel to Captain Hook. But I promise you guys, this is real. The worst thing I ever wanted from a claw machine, I swear, when I was 6, claw machine gave me a stuffed version of the kid from E.T. That's the wrong character to stuff from the movie E.T. There was also a lovable alien that kids would love to snuggle with at bedtime. Meanwhile, I'm a 6-year-old kid cuddling up with another 6-year-old kid in a matching gray hoodie. I'm like, good night, Elliot. He's like, good night, Mike. We agree this is weird. Even worse, one claw machine, we were on vacation in North Carolina. We were in Duck, North Carolina, flying back home. I swear, I'm 7. It gives me a pound pooch. You guys remember a pound pooch? Yeah, it was so fun. It was like a mother puppy. You never know like how many puppies are gonna come out. It's like 1, 2, 5, maybe 7. You unrip the Velcro and then there's a lot of puppies. The Duck, North Carolina airport gave me a pound pooch with no puppies. And the pouch was turned inside out like something bad had happened. I won the miscarriage pound pooch. That was a sad night at the Citera household. I was like, Mom, where are the puppies? She's like, sometimes there aren't puppies. That's when I grew up. That's when I became a man. That's when I became a 7-year-old man and learned about my older brother who never happened. That's dark, but it happened. Only something happier. I have ADD. Does anybody have ADD? Oh, yeah. You were way too on top of that Q&A to actually have it. I have ADD. They make me take a drug for that called Adderall. Have you guys done Adderall? Yeah, way too excited, right? The wrong people are cheering. Like, Adderall should not be given to kids. If you don't know what Adderall is, it's cocaine in pill form. But they give it to like 9-year-olds to focus on math. But like I think Coke is way worse than Adderall because like I've done Coke. You get high on Coke, you're high for like 30 minutes tops. You talk about all the weird stuff you're gonna do, and then you don't do it. You take my prescription Adderall that children take, you're high for 19 hours. You talk about all the weird stuff you're gonna do, then you do it. Wake up the next morning confused, hungover, half a boat built in your backyard. You're like, when did this happen? Why is there 2 of every animal? Apparently we got biblically productive. So there's a pile of screenplays on my desk I don't remember writing. I'm like, guys, when did I write this? When did I write Air Bud 9? Dog hockey. It's gonna be a rough season, says the coach way too much in Act 1. I don't know. Gets crazy. Adderall should be illegal. If you ever read the ingredients on Adderall, here's the #1 acting ingredient in Adderall. We give this to 9-year-olds. #1 acting ingredient, methamphetamine salts. That's a longer word for meth. That is literally meth. That means at some point somebody was like, my kid can't focus on science. How can I help him? And some person was like, have you tried biker crank? No, we were reading books. Whatever, Adderall. We'll just do this. I can't be a good person because I grew up watching Lifetime Network. I was 6. That was my favorite channel. I had no supervision. I was 6. My mom was like, watch this, and I did. And it was all just weird, bad husbands and just unsolved mysteries. Do you guys remember that show, Unsolved Mysteries? That was the scariest show TV ever made. Holy crap. If you don't remember Unsolved Mysteries, it came on after Supermarket Sweep, the happiest show on TV. That was a show about people in sweaters unscrambling soap brands to win money. Then Unsolved Mysteries, just murder, rape, death, and then Robert Stack in a trench coat telling you that you might die. Because this happened in your town and nobody got caught. That was the whole premise of Mysteries. Like, they were like, we didn't solve any of these. Do you know what happened? Because we sure as hell don't. He would come out like, June Jones, 28 years old, went to a Bank of America last night at the Van Nuys local. Then she was kidnapped, then she was murdered, and her bones were thrown in a ditch off of the 405. That's all we know. If you know what happened, give us a call at 1-800-UNSOLVED. We'll be over here guessing. If you're not already terrified of death, here's an interview with the Shadow. That was the scariest thing TV ever did. Remember that? They took an innocent person, didn't want their identity revealed. They warped their voice till they sounded like a demon. They turned their whole body into a blacklit shadow, and they interviewed them in the garage, because that's a safe place. And they would say boring stuff, but it would be the most terrifying moments of my childhood. They'd be like, June Jones, I don't know June Jones. I am the mailman on that block, and I watch her. I think she is a good person. And I'm like, holy crap, that's the killer. Mystery solved. We got this. I feel like somewhere at home, Christopher Nolan was watching. Like, one day, I shall make a movie out of this voice. And that's the story of Batman 3, Tokyo Drift. Before I go, here's the other one. The other one was America's Most Wanted. Do you guys remember America's Most Wanted? Oh my God, that show was so scary. Because it wasn't just Unsolved Mysteries. Unsolved Mysteries was like some bad dad in like Vermont who like killed one person and he quit. And you never heard from him again. America's Most Wanted was like some guy on a mission. They sent me an email. I'm an actor. I'm a terrible actor. Like, I'm not a good actor. Like, I'm the kind of actor who like pops up on like Bones once. I'm like, that's the body, and Bones is like, good job, and like I'm done, and my mom's proud. They asked me once. They were like, do you want to act? They sent me an email. Do you want to act on America's Most Wanted? No. I'd rather shoot porn than shoot Most Wanted. Here's what happens when they cast you on America's Most Wanted as an actor. They find a murder rapist that you look like. Then they make America think that you're that guy. For $300 and like a lunch. Like, that's what I would get for. Do they have a picture of the real murder rapist? No. They drew a sketch and it looked like my headshot from 2011. So I got called in. They must get so many fake tips at America's Most Wanted. Like, hello, Most Wanted. We found the Van Nuys murder rapist. Where is he? He's at a callback for Glee. That's not the guy. That is Mike Citera struggling to book a feature and then not getting it. Here's the thing, though. Like, if you're the Van Nuys murder rapist and that's the life you've chose, by all means, go on Most Wanted. Play yourself. They don't know you. They think they do. They have no idea. Just reenact your own life for $300 and a lunch. And then at the end of the day, just go home and laugh about it. Tell all your friends. And then like 5 years later, update your IMDb.com profile. Van Nuys murder rapist. Himself. They're like, I thought that was him. Because he's good, but he's too good. Like, he's giving the director notes. He's like, script says I stab her from the left and leave. I'd probably stab her from the right, then light the body on fire and have a sacrifice ceremony. It's like, this guy's good. Let him run. That's our Emmy. We're going to win an Emmy this year. He's method. Worst part of all, now he's SAG eligible. Starts taking all my parts. My dad's like, who's that new guest star on Glee? I'm like, oh, that's the Van Nuys murder rapist. He's great. He's so good. I mean, he did a lot of bad things, but he's a great actor. All right, I gotta get out of here. My name is Mike Citera. Thank you guys very much. I gotta stay. Okay.
Hey, Mike Citera, you gotta stay. Give it up for him one more time, Mike Citera. Man.
Do I have to sing songs from Titanic?
If you feel like it, do you know any other songs?
Are there other ones? What else was on the soundtrack?
I feel like it was like instrumental versions of that song. But we have another Canadian in the show, so I think that you're off the hook.
Cool.
For that. Did you notice that I brought an Emmy onto my desk? You guys.
Whose Emmy is this?
This is a real Emmy. Now, Dave, is this also from your father? That's mine. This is your Emmy? You let me just manhandle this thing. Did you feel weird when I grabbed it? All right, good. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave, our sound guy. Give him a big round of applause. And listen, we have the ugliest dog in the world, and we also have an award-winning sound guy. And you mentioned an Emmy in the end of your stand-up there, and I was like, weird. Because there's an Emmy right behind it.
This is an Emmy for the X-Files, if you guys can't see it up close.
If you can't see it up
so
close,
much more badass.
It is badass. So Dave, our sound guy, won an Emmy for working on the X-Files. I know. Give him a big round of applause. This doesn't have anything to do with you right now, Mike Citera. I just wanted to point it out. And you may have also noticed this handsome devil. You know what that is, don't you? That's an Oscar. And you know how all of the folks who win Oscars go, it's so heavy. It's fucking heavy. You guys, this is like, you could beat a guy to death with this thing. I thought about it. I'm not going to do it. It's not my skill set. We're not going to do it. But this Oscar, guys, is Dave's father's for the sound work on Star Wars. I know. And even though Sweet Pea Rambo's trophy is a lot bigger, I think we can agree in this case anyway, size really doesn't matter. I would, in this case. And speaking of size not mattering, back to you, Mike Citera.
Ooh. I have a participation medal for 4th grade soccer in my garage. If you told me, I could have brought it.
Oh, I wish I would have said, everybody bring your awards. I didn't make it clear. A participation?
I was out there.
Good for you.
It was a battlefield.
Good for you. Never really an athletic fella, Mike Citera.
Some.
Like what? Like what was your athletic pursuit?
Football, basketball, tennis.
That's 3. Boom. You named 3. Oh. Aren't you glad that wasn't the Oscar? Yee. I'd have been like, sorry, Dave, I broke your dad's thing from Star Wars, but gotta laugh. So you did 3 sports? Did you merely participate, or were you competitive in those sports?
I did what I had to do.
Like knock other kids out?
When
If you were participating in the Rio Olympics, what would be your sport?
I would just be in some weird one. You know, like shot put or like when they shoot.
I think you're a little too feminine for shot put.
Sure.
That was actually a very layered joke. That was actually a very nuanced joke that I said there. That's okay. So Mike Citera, you do stand up. Tell me where you are going in general. What is your aspiration here in the city of dreams?
Oh, we're gonna make me question my whole life? Okay.
I know. Let's do
I'm
it.
out here to be an actor, but like as I said, I'm like not a good actor. I'm okay. Like
Is that what you put on your resume?
I do. My special skills are like he could say a couple lines in the middle of nowhere, and then you can let him go.
So like usually on the headshot it has like your name and then like your union affiliation. Like it would say SAG, but yours is just your name and
SAG
then meh.
E, and then in parentheses it's like I'll do whatever you want.
Right. Like cut me some slack, guys.
Yeah.
So where are you going to be performing? I know you do your show tomorrow night at the Haha Club in North Hollywood. Where else can we see you coming up?
I'm at the Comedy Store a bunch in West Hollywood, and then I'm in Vegas every once in a while, and then just all over the place, random bars and clubs and.
And we're talking about your comedy now, not just where you sort of hang out.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's just where I go to meet people. Yeah.
I understand. Awesome. Well, we will keep up with you. Where would we go if we wanted to see your dates or your information?
Well, if you want to see a very outdated website, you can go to mikecitera.com, and you can see where I was in the year 2014.
Oh.
But if you friend me on Facebook, and that's weird, but that's probably where I'm most accessible now. I post all my shows and whatnot, and yeah, I didn't know there would be an interview, so I didn't prepare anything funny to say or cool. So I'm just sitting
That's
here
okay.
like a
You know
weirdo.
what? If you would've-
Mike Citera, 914-393-7815. If you want a date, we can do that too.
Yeah. Oh. See,
Dial 1-800-MIX-A-LOT and kicks those nasty thoughts. Baby got back.
See, what if you would have planned, you wouldn't have done your rap, and you wouldn't have gotten that mileage out of your 90s hip hop knowledge. So good job. I don't think it wasn't great, but you didn't blow it or anything.
I feel like I'm
hates your
stalling
guts.
in Metro right now,
Yeah,
and that's
it
a
was-
joke just for you and Alonzo.
I appreciate that. That wasn't great. Ladies and gentlemen, please give an alleviating welcome and thank you for nothing, Mike Citera, sort of. Thank you.